To re-heel or not to re-heel? That is the question. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, the question inevitably always comes up when you're getting into good boots and good footwear, which is, you know, this whole concept of the Goodyear welt. Oh well, when am I going to resole these boots? And then the question transitions to, quickly after doing some research, for me anyways, when do I resole to when do I re-heel? So that's why this video I'm going to be talking about whether to re-heel or not. I want to kind of talk about a post that I put up on Instagram 3 years ago in 2015. It's 2018 now. I asked the question and I posted a picture of these exact indies here. Look at the wear on these. When do I want to re-heel these? And I got a lot of mixed answers. I called up Kathy at Alden of DC. I called them up and talked to her about the situation, and she said, oh yeah, we have a guy that re-heels your Aldens if you want to bring him in. And then some time went by and I decided to do nothing. I decided not to re-heel. I decided not to make any moves. And here we are 3 years later. I want to show what the heels look like now. They're just as worn down as they were when I posted the picture. Here, let me get the other one. Alright, here's the other boot. It's just as worn down as it was 3 years ago. Alright, here are my 405s. Yeah, their heels are just about in the same condition. Wearing down some, but hardly enough to where I would consider re-heeling. So I had considered having what's called taps installed, where the cobbler essentially just hammers in an extra layer of rubber onto here with nails, and that seemed like a good idea. But again, I didn't do anything. That led me to the conclusion. I mean, it's going to depend on the way that you walk, your stride and everything. But when it comes to the heels, I think in this case, it's what I like to call the 80-20 rule, or the 90-10 rule, or whatever numeric rule you want to apply to it. In other words, this heel wore down this much in the first 10% of my wearing it. So I lost 90% of the heel in the first 10% of wearing it. Now I'm to the phase to where I have 10% of the heel remaining, but 90% of the time it's going to take to wear it down. Reason being is this is the area of scuff, the only area of scuff that was really going to come off, and the remainder, because of the angle of my stride, that isn't gonna rub off anymore. And so what I realized is I'm probably not gonna re-heel for years to come. I think this is fine. I think this is how the heel is gonna look for the immediate future. And I'll just show you the bottom of the boot. So this is the neo-cork sole, standard issue on the Indy boot, and you know, you could see some of the stitches worn down, but they've looked like that for years on the toe. So in other words, now I do have a lot of boots. I have a pretty heavy rotation, but what I'm trying to get at is I don't think I need to have anything done to these anytime soon. I read on a few forums, there was one guy I remember reading, he re-heeled his boots 4 times in 1 year within the first year of getting them. And the only thing that I could think of is he was doing this. He would wear it down to this point and think, oh crap, I need a re-heel. So he'd take it in and get a re-heel, and then, but had he just rode it out, I don't think he would have had any more problems. But like you're gonna get that initial scuffage at first, but then after that, it pretty much stops. And like I said, I posted that question 3 years ago, and to compare the wear now to where it was 3 years ago, it was the same. I can't, it's indiscernible. I can't tell the difference. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to use this to do this quick video to kind of do, you know, an update on the update of things that I discover along the way of collecting boots. I think it's important because I think everybody has their own unique philosophies on it, and you know, you could read as much as you want to read on the internet, and you could research as much as you want to research on the internet, but really most of the time you find out the answers on your own, and I think that's the best way to do it. And in this case, this is what happened with me. I discovered this on my own. Like I said, I read not just one blogger, but several bloggers saying that they've reheeled their boots multiple times throughout the year, and I don't think that is necessary at all. I think that is jumping the gun a little bit. If you're wondering about whether or not to resole, I know for a fact that I will need a resole when there's a hole that forms in the bottom of the sole. I've done some research on this, and I agree with here's what I kind of think is true. You have the top layer that comes in contact with the ground. Once that's gone or almost gone, that's when you want to reheel it or resole it. So in this case, with this heel, once this rubber gets down to the point to where it's about to touch this leather layer right here, that's when I'm going to reheel it. But until then, look at how much I got left. Until then, I'm not even going to think about rehealing it. Same with these 405s. Yeah. Let me show you again. All right. So yeah, once this rubber part starts getting close to this leather layer, that's when it's time. That's when it's time to reheal. But not before then. And I really think I got, to be honest, a rough estimate, I think I got 10 years to go on these. Again, I do have a heavy rotation. Please, this is more of an open discussion type video. I want to know what you guys think about this, because again, I posted about this before and I got some mixed answers. Some of them were good, some of them, you know, like I said, at the end of the discussion, I was unconvinced that any action needed to be taken. And I kind of want to know what your guys' thoughts are and your experiences with resoling and more specifically rehealing your shoes. Now, I will add that I took this pair into my local cobbler and asked him how much what he would do and how much he would charge. It was like, again, it was like 29 bucks, and he's just gonna take this heel off and he's gonna put a new one on, and he said it's real easy, it takes a few minutes. So I thought, okay, well, when the time comes, I know who to go to. Anyways, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in my next video.